Hello, Leafs fans! We have some exciting news in the air, and we're here to bring you the latest updates on the Toronto Maple Leafs. After a preseason full of emotions, it's time to address a serious topic that made headlines. Patrik Laine's defense of Cedric Pare, who faced death threats. How does this affect our team and the rivalry between the Canadiens and the Leafs? Before we dive into this topic, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the Boys in Blue News channel. Your subscription is essential to strengthen our community of Leafs enthusiasts and to ensure you receive the hottest updates on everything happening with our team. Also, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any news about the Leafs. Let's get started. The atmosphere in Canadian hockey heated up significantly this week, especially with the news that Patrik Laine, forward for the Montreal Canadiens, decided to take a stand in favor of Cedric Pare, a player for the Toronto Maple Leafs. This all came to light after Pare received death threats, which is really concerning and makes us reflect. How far can rivalry in sports go? This alarming episode began during a preseason game between the Canadiens and the Leafs on October 28th. During the match, there was a collision where Cedric Pare hit Laine's knee. The impact was hard. Laine fell on the ice and needed help to leave the rink. Did you also feel your heart drop when you saw that? It's always distressing to see a player get injured. Now, nearly a week later, Laine decided to speak to the press to make it clear that he supports Pare. He stated that, in his view, the Maple Leafs player did nothing intentional and that the injury was a result of an unfortunate play. Laine mentioned that Pare reached out after the incident, concerned about his health. This shows a beautiful side of the sport, doesn't it? How would you react if you were in Pare's position, worried about the health of an opponent who just got hurt? Unfortunately, the situation didn't just stay in the realm of supportive words. Serious threats began appearing on Pare's social media, leading him to deactivate his accounts. NHL insider Darren Dreger mentioned that the Leafs security had to intervene amid all the harassment. Do you think fans' passion sometimes crosses a line? Where should we draw the line between rivalry and respect? Speaking of players, Cedric Pare was recently sent to the AHL after the incident. On the other hand, Patrik Laine is recovering and hopes to return to play in a few months, which has left Canadiens fans feeling hopeful. Are you also excited to see him back on the ice? Laine has a huge impact on the team, and his presence is felt in every play. This week's highlights included Laine's decision not to undergo knee surgery, opting instead for rehabilitation. He reflected on his choice, saying, "It's my knee after all." What do you think of decisions like this? Have you ever faced a moment where you had to choose between difficult options? Despite everything, Laine remains focused on recovery and strives to stay optimistic. He mentioned that, while the situation is not easy, it could be much worse. "I dodged a bullet with my knee," he said, showcasing his strength. Do you draw inspiration from athletes who face adversity with their heads held high? And speaking of hope and teamwork, the Leafs achieved an important preseason victory, defeating the Detroit Red Wings 2-0 on October 3rd. Coach Craig Berube was pleased with what he saw, praising the players' commitment. "We were better throughout the game and managed to impose our play," he stated. What feelings come to mind knowing the team is doing well? Do you believe this chemistry can lead the Leafs to a great season? Finally, the 2024-25 NHL season is about to begin. with the Maple Leafs facing the Canadiens on October 9th. This game promises to be explosive. What are you expecting from this clash? In conclusion, this situation reminds us how intense yet delicate sports can be. The rivalry between teams is part of what makes hockey so exciting, but it's also important to nurture respect and empathy behind the layers of competition. It's incredible to see players come together to support one another, even in tough times. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. How do you see the line between rivalry and respect in sports? Please leave your comment below. We'd love to hear your opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to stay updated on everything going on with the Leafs in the NHL world.